Picture this, you're swiping through a dating app, heart racing, as you match with someone who seems perfect, charming, funny, the whole package. You meet, sparks fly, and then you realize they know things about you they shouldn't. Welcome to Shocking Stories, where we uncover the chilling truths hiding behind the profiles you trust. Today, we're diving into a story about a woman whose dream date turned into a nightmare when she discovered her match was a fraud with a past that could kill. Ever think you really know who you're chatting with online? Buckle up, because this tale will make you rethink every swipe. Let's dive in. Lisa Morgan was a 32-year-old event planner living in Miami, Florida, in a sunny condo 5 miles from South Beach. After a string of bad relationships, Lisa turned to a popular dating app, hoping to find love. She matched with Alex Turner, a 35-year-old consultant with a dazzling smile and a profile full of adventure, skydiving in Peru, sailing in the Keys. Their chats were electric, Alex asking about her favorite Miami spots and her dreams of traveling. After a week of texting, they planned a date at a trendy rooftop bar 3 miles from Lisa's place. Lisa was thrilled, her heart fluttering as she picked out a dress. But when she met Alex, something felt off. Alex was even more charming in person, with sharp blue eyes and a quick wit. Over cocktails, he mentioned details Lisa hadn't shared, like her childhood in Tampa and her old job at a Tampa hotel. Lucky guess, Alex said with a laugh when she asked how he knew. Lisa brushed it off, but unease crept in. The date ended with a kiss, and Alex promised to call. That night, Lisa couldn't sleep, his words replaying in her mind. She checked his profile again, noticing inconsistencies, photos that looked staged, a vague job description. On a hunch, she reverse-searched his profile picture, finding it linked to a different name, James Carter, on a news article about a fraud suspect. Her heart pounded. Who was Alex really? What would you do if your date knew too much about you? Lisa confided in her best friend Sarah, a paralegal. Sarah urged her to dig deeper, warning, online dating's a minefield. Lisa searched James Carter fraud, finding a 2020 article about a con man wanted in Georgia for embezzling $200,000 from a charity. The photo matched Alex, though his hair was darker. The article mentioned Carter's ties to organized crime, with a warrant still active. Lisa's stomach churned. Her charming date was a fugitive. She texted Alex, keeping it light, to gauge his reaction. Had fun. Tell me more about your consulting gig. His reply was vague. Just boring contracts. Let's meet again soon. Lisa's unease grew. She needed to know why he was targeting her. Lisa contacted a private investigator, Mike. Mike confirmed James Carter was an alias for Daniel Reed, a career criminal with a rap sheet including fraud and assault. Mike warned Lisa, if he's using a fake identity, he's after something specific. Lisa gave Mike Alex's phone number, which traced to a burner bought in Miami. She also shared a detail she'd overlooked. Alex had asked about her father, Robert, a retired businessman who'd owned a shipping company in Tampa. Lisa's father had died 5 years ago, but his business had faced lawsuits over shady deals. Was Alex connected to her father's past? That night, Lisa noticed a car parked 100 feet from her condo, its driver watching. Ever feel like you're being hunted by someone you barely know? Let's see where Lisa's search leads. You ever feel like you've swiped right into a trap, where the person on the other side of the screen is playing a game you didn't sign up for? That's where Lisa was, realizing her perfect date was a fraud with a criminal past, and he was digging into her life for reasons she couldn't grasp. A single date had turned her world upside down, and danger was closing in. Welcome back to Shocking Stories, where we're unraveling an online dating nightmare that's only getting scarier. Ready to dive deeper? Because this story's about to take a deadly turn. What would you do if you discovered your date was a wanted man? Lisa's first step was to investigate Alex's interest in her father. She called her mother, Diane, who lived in Fort Lauderdale. Diane was vague about Robert's business, saying he'd made enemies before retiring. Lisa pressed, and Diane admitted Robert had been investigated for laundering money through his shipping company in the 90s, though no charges were filed. "It's ancient history," Diane said, her voice shaking. Lisa's heart raced. Could Alex be tied to those enemies? She searched old news articles, finding a 1998 report about Robert's company mentioning a partner, Victor Malone, who'd vanished after a falling out. A photo of Malone looked eerily like an older Alex. Was Alex his son, seeking revenge? Mike, the PI, dug into Victor Malone, confirming he'd been linked to organized crime in Tampa before disappearing. Mike found a record of Malone's son, Daniel Reed, Alex's real name. Reed had followed in his father's footsteps, running scams across the Southeast. Mike suspected Alex was targeting Lisa to settle a score tied to Robert's betrayal of Victor. Lisa's blood ran cold. She checked Alex's texts, noticing he'd suggested a second date at a secluded beachside hotel. Romantic getaway, he'd called it. Lisa declined, but Alex's reply was pushy. "Come on, it'll be unforgettable." Her gut screamed danger. She needed to confront him, but safely. Lisa and Mike devised a plan. She'd agree to meet Alex at a public cafe, with Mike nearby. At the cafe, Alex was all smiles, but his eyes darted to her bag. Lisa played along, asking about his job. Alex's answers were vague, and when she mentioned her father's business, his jaw tightened. "You're digging into the past, huh?" he said, his tone icy. Lisa's heart pounded. She excused herself, signaling Mike. As she returned, Alex was gone, leaving a note. "You're not as clever as you think." That night, Lisa's condo was broken into, her laptop missing. A new text read, "Back off or you're next." Ever get that feeling you've poked a beast you can't outrun? Let's see what happens next. Mike moved Lisa to a safe house, urging her to contact the police. She met Detective Carla Ruiz, who confirmed Daniel Reed was wanted for fraud and suspected in a Tampa assault case. Carla linked Reed to a crime syndicate with grudges against Robert Morgan's old partners. "He's not just after money," Carla warned. "It's personal." Lisa handed over Alex's texts and the napkin note, which had a partial fingerprint. Carla set up surveillance around the hotel Alex had suggested, suspecting he'd tried to lure Lisa there. Lisa's phone buzzed with a new message from Alex. "Meet me at the Ocean View Hotel, midnight. Come alone, or your mom pays." Lisa's hands shook. Her mother was in danger. Could she risk it? You ever feel like you're trapped in a game where every move could be your last? That's where Lisa was, staring at a text from a man she thought she knew, threatening her family over a past she didn't understand. A stolen identity, a criminal past, and a vendetta tied to her father. Time was running out. Welcome back to Shocking Stories, where we're about to uncover the final twist in a tale that turned a date into a deadly chase. Ready for the shock of a lifetime? Because this one's going to hit you hard. What would you do if your online match was hunting you? Lisa showed the text to Carla, who insisted on a sting operation at the Ocean View Hotel, 10 miles from downtown Miami. Lisa agreed to go, wearing a wire, with police positioned nearby. The hotel was a sleek beachside high-rise, its lobby buzzing with late-night guests. At midnight, Lisa waited in the bar, her heart pounding. Alex appeared, dressed in a dark jacket, his charm replaced by a cold stare. "You shouldn't have snooped," he said, sliding into the booth. Lisa played dumb, asking why he cared about her father. Alex leaned in, his voice low. "Your dad ruined my family. He set up my father, and now you'll pay." Lisa's blood ran cold. Alex blamed Robert for Victor's downfall. Alex demanded Lisa hand over documents he believed Robert had hidden, detailing the laundering scheme. Lisa stalled, saying she'd need time. Alex's eyes narrowed, and he grabbed her wrist, whispering, "Your mom's house is a short drive away." Before Lisa could signal Carla, Alex pulled her toward the hotel's back exit, leading to a private beach 200 feet from the building. Lisa's wire crackled, alerting the police, but Alex was moving fast. On the beach, he revealed the twist. He wasn't Victor's son. He was Victor Malone, now 55, using surgery and a fake identity to start over. Robert's betrayal had cost him everything, and Lisa was his leverage to reclaim hidden funds. Lisa broke free, sprinting across the sand, Alex chasing her under the moonlight. She reached a boardwalk 300 feet away, where Carla's team swarmed, tackling Alex. He fought, shouting about justice, but was cuffed and dragged away. The police searched his hotel room, finding forged IDs, burner phones, and a hit list with Lisa's name. Victor confessed to stalking Lisa, believing she knew where Robert's money was hidden. Diane admitted Robert had left a safe deposit box, but it was empty, cleared out years ago. Lisa moved 150 miles to Orlando, unable to stay in Miami. The worst part? Victor's syndicate is still active, and Lisa checks her dating apps for familiar faces, fearing he wasn't alone. So here's the question. Could you trust an online match after this? This is Shocking Stories, and we're just getting started. Hit that like button if this gave you chills, and subscribe for more heart-pounding tales. Comment below, what would you do if your date was a fraud? Share this video, because sometimes the scariest connections are just a swipe away.